Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Today we're looking at Darklon's Evader. Now, this is the first vehicle that we're doing out of this year's, at least, of the 1989 uh, series of toys for the Destro's Iron Grenadiers, as my mind's trying to catch up with everything else. Okay, so Darklon's Evader is the first released in 1989 here in the United States and included the pilot Darklon. The Vader also was available in 1990 and unfortunately was discontinued in 1991. Note the blueprints incorrectly spell the vehicle as the Evader or Evador. And yeah. Um, so we'll just kind of go with there. All right. So we have Darklon himself as a version 1. He was released as part of the 8th series in 1989, packaged exclusively with Darklon's Evader assault vehicle. He was also sold in 1990 and then discontinued domestically in 1991. So, going through here in yojo.com, we have our wonderful pictures that we get to see how wonderful the vehicle was that they had designed for us. And, it's another Joe vehicle in a lot of regards. It's just taking different concepts and that. And I'm not going to say it's a bad thing. Quite often a lot of innovations come really from taking risks and kind of running with them. Sometimes it works out for the best, and sometimes it's kind of subpar as we kind of go from one design to another. So one of the things I do want to mention, it is noted in the blueprints here. Now these are 9 millimeter. Uh, Again, my mind's machine guns. So, and they're supposed to come off of there. So, if you were lucky enough to have one, you're supposed to be able to take those off as well as the missiles, of course, launching. And I'm going to say that as we get on to our next part here, easily lost or broken pieces, the two black missiles are small and easily lost. And if the machine guns do come off, I'm sure that they're liable to be lost as well. So, we do have uh, views of this being done in some of the artwork here, as well as the old commercial for it, which is always kind of neat to see. All right, the Fun School Toy Company released Darklon's Evader in India in the late 1990s, so I'm sure there's a slight difference in the uh, packaging. Most notably, I see the Fun School not really able to read the packaging as well. See back panel for looks like everything else here is in English. I'm sure there's got to be something else slightly off on the packaging, seeing that it is in a foreign market from the United States, outside of the Fun School, but from the cover, and this is all we really have. I don't see anything there. Okay, now the other fun fact here that we have is the original retail price was $4.49, which is always fun to see, and I really wish that we would get these small vehicles for our current GI Joe classified line. I think that would really help boost up the line um, and keep things going. You know, I don't know why Hasbro is doing the things that they're doing. You know, you have a lot of us old time collectors, but the big thing is if we can get these into the hands of the kids, keep the price down, and keep some small vehicles going, so that way the kids want to play with them. I think that would be a bigger hit for them. So now looking at Darklon's Evader here in our D6 system, we do have it at speeder scale. I'm figuring it's going to be roughly about 12 feet long. It looks like it's kind of nice and long here. We do have a spot for someone to more or less lay down in the driver's seat here, as well as a little extra room. We have room for the engine, the wheels trailing off in the back. So I'm taking a rough guess at about 12 feet or 3.6 meters. We do have a crew of one. I don't see any place for anyone else to ride on there, so unfortunately, it's just a single person vehicle. Cargo capacity, I kept it at the 45 kilograms, just kind of leaving it at that standard. I did give a full coverage. We do have a little bit of side here that we could probably do a little something, but just being a little generous and just give it a full coverage here. Of course, it's ground level. Maneuverability, I gave it a 1D plus 1. Just looking at this, I don't know how good this is going to be for turning. I think it might have some slight drawbacks here. So I did downgrade the maneuverability a little bit. Um, I do have it at about 45 miles per hour. Kind of basing this a little bit off of the ferret in a way. We have some smaller wheels here. I don't know how well this is going to be able to really traverse outside of being on nice flat roads. It might get caught up on things. Has a nice big engine. I think it was being rated as a 325 horsepower engine. I did give it a body strength of 2D plus 1, figuring it might be a little bit more beefed up here. So the engine kind of compensating. Um, it's like I said, I'm looking at this as a kind of design start of something for the Iron Grenadiers, and maybe it just kind of fizzled out here. Um, we have potential with the machine guns. We have the missiles. It is only a single person vehicle, but I think the tires are a little small for this to really continue forward. And I think they may have ran into some design flaws with it in those regards. Uh, I don't know. I mean, if you have any other ideas, just always feel free to give me a shout in the comments. I'm always happy to read them. Uh, it's just looking at this. It's got potential, but I think it's going to have some flaws, especially with the smaller tires. And we've seen this with some of the GI Joe vehicles as well. They give us some really small tires for some reason, and yeah, just like the Recon sled. It's just same concepts. Like I said, the body strength is a 2D plus 1. We have the two missiles. Of course, they're front firing. Actually, in some regards, I think it's actually on a turret. So maybe I should actually change that here. So let's go looking at this a little bit more. It is on a turret from the looks like. So we will put it as a turret. And then they're going to be speed or scale. Fire control is 1D, and our damage is going to be a 7D. And then we also have the light auto blasters for our 9mm machine guns. Um, I put it at a 4D. Um, I think we're just going to have, I think the 9mm is a decent round. It's just that they're again being more of a prototype vehicle. I downgraded it a little bit from, say, like what the ferret was, and I don't remember what the ferret, if that was supposed to be 9mm or not. But I figured a 4D is probably pretty much on par. Actually, no, I take that back because it is two of them firing. It should probably be back up to 5D. So let me kind of correct my own error here, because this is twin light. So if I put that in there, all right. Of course, then I didn't capitalize the T. All right. So yes, me making my own mistakes from time to time. Looking at it, yes, this is a twin light auto blaster. Uh, Therefore, yeah, moving the damage back up to 5 would really be about right on par. Um, but that's really the encompassing vision of this vehicle. We do have a little side skirt which is there and it helps hold it up for the toy. Would it really be there, or is that going to be like a flap that might come up to help protect the pilot? I think it would probably be something like a piece of side armor to come up. Um, but we designed this for the toys and trying to keep it fun for the kids. So it makes some sense to have it there. I think it would lean just off to the side a little bit, but it's really kind of there to hold everything up. So, for the better or worse, like I said, this is our first for this year's series of the Iron Grenadiers. I know that we've gotten some of the other stuff for the Iron Grenadiers in, I think, the '88 series, but we have one more vehicle for the Iron Grenadiers for the '89. We'll try and get that on the next video, and we'll go from there. As always, it's great to have you stop by. I'm always happy to have you sit around and we can kind of talk about the vehicle of the day. Hope you're having a wonderful day, and we'll see you in the next video.